Hi, everybody. DJ Yoakley here with YSN. We're doing a live look in to the Youngstown Astros taking on Brownsville. This is the second time these two teams have met. The sound obviously being an issue here. We absolutely want to give credit to Pony and to the folks down in Palomino and at Unitrade Stadium for allowing us to simulcast this for our people back home in Class B, because we, obviously, YSN, the home of your Class B baseball, all year long, we want to make sure that we give credit where credit's due. These guys do an incredible job down there. It's tougher than it looks, and these guys make it look easy. So it looks like the Astros are going to be batting here, down 3-0 in the bottom of the first. I'll just kind of pop on from here and make sure that everybody kind of knows, it's not a YSN broadcast, but they were kind enough to share the link with us. If you don't want our commentary, you can go ahead to YouTube and look up the Palomino World Series, which is where we're getting our feed from. So I'm going to pop out right now as the Astros look to get to work, down 3-0 here in the bottom of the first.
There's the pitch. And the dirt for ball number 1-1. Who's pitching today for, looks like number 7?
I don't think we have that information here. I think you might have cut off here in the photo that I took of the lineup earlier.
And there's the windup and the pitch. Low and outside. 2-1's the count on Jimmy here in the bottom half of the first inning. Pitcher's getting his call in from the catcher. There's the pitch. High fly ball foul. That one clocked in at 80 miles an hour. That was an 80-mile-an-hour pitch. Sounds like people driving in Texas. 80, 85, right? Here we go. 2-2's a count on Jimmy. No outs here, bottom half of the first inning. There's the pitch. Low and in the dirt. Ball number 3. We got a full count now on Jimmy. One thing I have seen about with these Youngstown kids is they play smart baseball. They bat smart. They don't swing at junk and trash pitches.
They're very patient.
Nice hard hit ball over to left field. Over his head. All the way back to the warning track. Jimmy's at first. Rounding second base. Slows up there at second base for a double.
That was a critical error by the left fielder, misjudging that line drive to him. It looked like he was going to catch it until he just couldn't quite get around to it.
So this is number 3, Ty Kammerer. Ty Kammerer batting now for Youngstown.
We're up to 98 live viewers here in the YouTube live stream. Got a couple comments here. Olga Cantuse, let's go Brownsville Broncos. R. Hopkins 275, tell James Lulu says, hit the D-ball?
The darn ball.
The darn ball. And we got Adrian saying, let's go 956.
Adrian was one of us listening with us last night, too. Thanks for tuning back in with us, Adrian.
Yes, he was. I believe there was some back and forth going over there in the yesterday's game, but let's see how today's game goes in the semifinal.
All right, so 2-0 is the count for Ty. Runner at second base after Jimmy had that double into left field. Nobody out here, the bottom half of the third inning. Pitcher gets his call, checks that runner at second. There's the pitch. Hard hit dribbler over to second baseman. He scoots it up, takes it over to first for the first out. But we got Jimmy advancing over to third base, so now they got a runner in scoring position now.
Key error. Jimmy got on a second double with that key error. Now he's on third base. Let's see if he can advance himself here, or let's see if number 10.
Gavin Miller's up to bat now for the Youngstown. For Youngstown, Gavin Miller's up with a runner in scoring position right now with 1 out. So I think Gavin's job here is to drive it out to that outfield just to get a run across here. Call strike number 1 there on Gavin. Beautiful day for baseball here at Unitrade. So if you're around the area, come on in to Unitrade. Free entrance to come watch some excellent baseball all day long today. This is our first game of 3 today here at Unitrade Stadium. There's the windup and the pitch.
Oh,
Going to
it's
the dirt,
Pine.
gets away from the catcher. Runners coming in to score.
Oh!
Not in time. Safe at home. Jimmy is in with a stolen base.
I think that pitcher had an opportunity if he laid down that tag to get Jimmy Sadler out, but it didn't look like he was aware of where the base runner was.
There's the windup and the pitch.
Oh,
Going to
it's
the dirt,
Pine.
gets away from the catcher. Runners coming in to score.
Oh!
Not in time. Safe at home. Jimmy is in.
Well, that was another misstep by the Brownsville Broncos.
So 1-1 now. 1 out here for Gavin. Dribbles that one off his leg for a foul ball. 1-2 is the count now for Gavin. So Youngstown has that first run on the board for themselves, so they've cut that deficit down to 2. So it's 3-1 right now. Going here in the bottom half of the first inning. 1 out. Gavin Miller still at the bat. 1-2 is the count with a 1 out and nobody on. Drives that one to left field.
And the left fielder is able to snag it in for the second out.
That was a beautiful catch. Also, that one was deep, and he was running back towards the warning track.
I was holding my breath on that one because it looked just like the previous outing where the left fielder wasn't able to judge that ball correctly. I think this time he was a little better under the pressure, and he was able to squeeze his glove and stretch out just in time.
And next up is number 16, Tim Quinn for Youngstown with 2 outs, nobody on. That was an excellent catch by that left fielder. That over the shoulder, beautiful catch.
Averting more damage with that second out.
Called strike on that one. 0-1's the count. That one came in at 81 miles an hour.
Caught him looking too. Wasn't too sure if it was going to be a strike or not, but
That one came in fast.
let's see what Quinn does this time.
That one's just low. 1-1's the count.
Tim Quinn at to bat.
One and 1, 2 outs here. Bottom half of the first inning. There's the windup and the pitch. High for a 2-1 count now on Tim. Pitcher settling down just a little bit. Gets that call in from the catcher. Here goes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike number 2. Oh, he was cutting that one.
He was. It looked like he was aiming for the La Posada Hotel advertisement there in outfield. But let's see what this 2-2 count with 2 outs brings us. I'm pretty sure Tim Quinn's going to want that one back.
There's the windup and the pitch. Ooh, just outside. Full count now. Here we go, full count. 2 outs, bottom half of the first inning for Youngstown. Trailing 3-1 right now. Pitcher on the mound. He gets a call in from the catcher. Steps off just a little bit, making Tim wait.
You see, you're going to see this battle between the offense and the defense dictating the pace of the game.
Nice hard hit ball over the shortstop's head. Hits over to center field. And Tim gets a single on that one. Next up for Youngstown is number 12, Jade Galat, with a runner at first base right now. 2 outs here, bottom half of the first inning.
We're at 118 live viewers here on the YouTube live stream. Interesting to see who tunes in. We're going to catch up on them comments in a moment.
Called strike number 1, 0-1's the count. 2 outs, runner at first base for Youngstown. Pitcher gets a call in from the catcher. And there's the pitch. Just outside. 1-1's the count. pitcher walking around the mound just a little bit, slowing the pace of the game down. Checks that runner over at first base. Gets the call in from the catcher. There's the windup and the pitch. Just misses the strike zone on that one. 2-1's the count. Here we go. 2-1, 2 outs. Bottom half of the first inning. There's the pitch. Caught him looking on that one right there.
Called strike on that one.
2-2's the count. 2 outs. Runner at first base for Youngstown here at the bottom half of the first inning. Gets that call in from the catcher. Checks that runner at first. And there's the pitch. Big swing and fouls it back over the fence.
Galat keeps staying alive here, fighting it off with a 2-2 count here. Looks like he's going to try to protect the plate on this outing.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. He's making the pitcher work for everything he's got up there right now. I think we're probably at about 6 pitches just in this at-bat alone. There's the pitch. Appealed down to the first base. Thought they check swing on that. He said, nope. No check swing. Didn't go around. Full count now on Galat. The runner at first base. I'm assuming the runner at first is going to be running here since it's 2 outs anyways.
Looks like either going to be a strikeout or a walk. Let's see what happens here.
Or it could be a hit.
Or it could be a hit.
There we go. Full count, 2 outs. Runner at first base. Runner at first is going. Hard hit ball to deep center field. Center fielder tracking it down. Out number 3.
Center fielder made easy work of that one. It looked like he was just jogging out there trying. And he was able to get underneath it for the 3rd out. The danger's been averted here for the Brownsville Broncos.
So there you have it. Astros come up with 1 in the bottom of the first. They trail by 2. I want to give a special shout out to our friends over at the Palomino World Series. There they are right there. These guys are doing a fantastic job behind the mic and keeping everybody. And I believe they're volunteers, as I understand it. They're volunteers doing this out of the goodness of their heart because they love baseball and they love broadcasting. So special thanks to these guys as they continue to bring you the Palomino World Series, where we are down by 2. The Youngstown Astros down by 2 here in the semifinals. If they win here tonight or today, they play tomorrow night in the final. So we will try to have that for you as well. Again, special thank you to and courtesy of the Palomino World Series, the 18U World Championships happening right now in Laredo, Texas. We want to keep you informed and keep you up to date as much as we possibly can. So that's why we're bringing you this live look in here. If you'd like to go over and without the commentary between the innings, head over to the Palomino, I believe it's the Palomino YouTube channel that we're on right now, that we're kind of simulcasting here. So hats off to these gentlemen doing a fantastic job. The camera work has been phenomenal the entire way. A little bit better of a look than what we bring you on an everyday basis. So I know what it takes, and a tip of the cap to them to continue to do this. So we'll let you get a live look back in as second inning about to start down in Laredo, where temperatures seems like it's a little bit warm down there. Send your shout outs in the comments, and we'll put them on our stream here so everybody knows that you're watching and you're rooting for our Astro Falcons. So 3-1, top of the second. Astros looking to shut it down here and get back into the dugout and swing the sticks. We'll be back in just a little bit. Keep watching.
She's from Indiana, no? I think I remember that.
I think so.
Yeah, I think she did say she was from Sherville or one of those other areas out of the Indiana area. We're welcome to have you here, listening in, tuning in with us, and we're just about to get back in play.
Up now for Brownsville is number 5. Let me see if I can remember how to do this. Scroll over to the...
Who says you can't teach an old dog tricks? Kenny's got it here. He's operating the iPad all by himself. Let me help you out there, Kenny. We got number 6, David Benitez. But I'm sorry, number 5, Mario Salinas.
Mario Salinas is it. Mario Salinas. Ooh. Big swing and a miss. 1-2 is the count on Mario here at the top half of the second inning. Brownsville on top of Youngstown, 3-1.
I kid with Kenny. He's that Generation X, and I'm the millennial out here.
Big cut and fouls it back off to the net behind him. 1-2 is the count. Yeah, I'm DX, baby. DX.
Nice.
Old school wrestling right there.
I was about to say,
Generation X.
Don't do his staple move.
No, I won't do that.
Yeah,
not on the air.
I used to watch that too when I was little. Like little though. You know, I was a little kid, and my brother would have me watch that.
Shortstop gets underneath that dribbler, bounces it over to first base, but in time for out number 1.
Nice little dig there by the first baseman. One hopped it from the shortstop, but the first baseman was able to handle it. Very nice scoop there.
So next up for Brownsville is number 2, Juan Rivera. You know, I'm looking at all these players out there from both teams. There's some tall boys out there.
Oh yeah, Youngstown has some towers. I was making that comment last time. I believe one of the YouTube streamers was commenting that these kids are a little larger than usual, and I said, hey, that's just the name of the game.
It's what they're feeding them nowadays. You know,
something's in the water over there, and we got some tall ones too here in Laredo, and all the teams have their towers.
Rivera pops it up to right center field. Center fielder tracking it down. Out number 2 here in the top half of the second inning. Next up to bat for Brownsville is number 30, Alan Delgado. So thank you to the 122 people listening in here to today's live broadcast, live from Unitrade Stadium here in Laredo, Texas, for the semifinal game against Youngstown, Ohio, and the Brownsville Broncos. Semifinal game number 1 for today. 0-1 to the count, 2 outs here for Delgado, nobody on, top half of the second inning. Just high, 1-1. Little low, 2-1's the count. That's right, Valerie they're watching from Washington, PA. It's the home of Pony League headquarters.
Yes, my mistake, Valerie, but thank you for tuning in.
Chops it over to the first baseman. First baseman handles it cleanly. Out number 3. That's a 1-2-3 inning now for Youngstown, taking Brownsville out of the inning without scoring any runs. I think Youngstown is settling down. After that first inning where they gave up 3 runs. The coach talked to the pitcher during when they were at bat, and right before he went out to the mound again, he was talking to him again, settling them down, saying, let's go out there and just play ball, have fun. That's what I'm assuming he said.
Looks like you're correct there, Kenny. Let's see what the Astros do on this outing. It's their turn on offense now. Maybe with this momentum shift, they can take advantage and really pressure the Brownsville Broncos. Still a 2-run deficit. Brownsville leads 3-1 going into the bottom of the second.
So Tito here, I love talking to Tito. He's a good guy. I believe his brother's out there coaching also, or his dad's coaching.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's go, number 30. Stay hot, bro. Stay hot, my boy. Let's go, White-Town. I'm trying to read this last comment right here.
Adrian got him next time, Alan. Great pitching by White-Town.
There you go. Thank you for that one, Adrian. Thank you.
Yeah.
Playing fair today. I love it. As we'd like to give a shout out to our sponsors today, Laredo Cancer Society, big sponsorship here with the Pony League here in Laredo. The city of Laredo, thank you for all that you're doing for these young men coming out here. The county of Webb County, thank you guys for everything you're doing also for us. And of course, Cakes by Gabby. We've been talking about Cakes by Gabby, made with love.
Definitely need to get one of those after this series.
Maybe Gabby's listening in and she'll feel bad for us and bring us a cake.
Send one here to the booth.
Yeah, because she likes us.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
I have a slice. You can have the rest of the cake though.
If Gabby can bring some milk too, that'd be awesome.
Ooh, milk and cake. I don't know if you remember this movie. I think you might. But don't be a cake eater, Kenny.
Cake eater, I love it. I love it. We're going back to the Mighty Ducks again on this one.
You had made a comment earlier. I remember you made a comment about the Mighty Ducks earlier. I love those popular.
So first up to bat here in the bottom half of the second inning for Youngstown is number 22, Jason Treveri. Youngstown trailing by 2 runs here in the bottom half of the second inning. There's the pitch. Big swing and a miss for strike number 1 on Jason.
I was gonna say you broke it.
I broke the computer.
No, you didn't. I'm just teasing you.
Yeah,
You gotta buy me a new one now, Kenny.
Us Generation X people, we break things all the time apparently. Either that or he doesn't know how to work his own system. I'm gonna go with that. So here we go. 0-2 is the count on Jason. Nobody out here. Bottom half of the second inning. High. 1-2 is the count. Did it hit the whole screen?
Yeah,
I hit the big screen.
You put it full screen. Actually, you slowed it. You made it smaller, and made it the picture in picture.
Oh,
and so I had to take that out of there, but we're back into the action here.
Oh, just out of the strike zone there.
The crowd had a different idea with that one, but
2-2 is the count.
I think the umpire had the better vantage point.
That one clocked in at 82 miles an hour.
Faster than the last ones. He was hitting 81, 80 before
80
this?
and 81, yeah. He's averaging in the high 70s, low 80s so far.
Looks like he's heating up with this pitching out here.
Steps off the mound just a little bit to slow the pace of the game down. Kind of keep that batter guessing, keeping Jason Treveri guessing on what he's going to do. Gets that call in from the catcher. Doesn't like the first one. Doesn't like it. There we go. All right, umpire called something. Not sure what happened there.
Looks like he called time for the batter to step out.
And there's the pitch. Well, I guess that was a full count pitch right there because Jason's taking first base now.
Seems so. I think we may have some issues here at the score booth, but
next up is number 13, Landon. Runner at first base. Nobody out here. Bottom half of the second inning. There's the pitch. Big drive to center field. Center fielder tracking it. Takes a couple of steps, and that's it. That's all she wrote for Landon.
With that, we have one out for the top of the second inning, bottom of the second inning. But there's still a runner on first base, so let's see if the Youngstown Astros can continue to put pressure on the Brownsville Broncos.
So we got number 9.
Joe Minnesotas.
Joe's up now for Joe Minnesotas.
Minnesotas. You know, I got to give it up to Corey. He's out in the PA announcer's booth for the Unitrade Stadium here. He came in from California. He's actually the voice of the West Zone Pony League. And when he does his lineups, he actually
Joe hits that ball hard over to left center field.
Oh!
Center fielder tracks it down. Beautiful play. That's our first web gem.
Well, when Corey comes down to town, he really brings his A game, and he pulls out his. He came in from California. He's actually the voice of the West Zone Pony League, and when he does his lineups, he actually
Joe hits that ball hard over to left center field.
Oh!
Center fielder tracks it down. Beautiful play. That's our first web gem.
The photo that I took was his score sheet.
Good score sheet there. So next up to bat down for Youngstown is number 2, Carney's. Strike number 1 on Connor. 0-1's account. You know, that center fielder making that catch right now, that saved the run because that ball would have gone all the way back to the warning track and Youngstown would have had another run on the board. Beautiful, beautiful play out there in center field. 0-1's account, 2 outs, runner at first base. You know, that first baseman, they're aggressive here at Youngstown also. He had a nice lead. So the catcher throws it back down to first base to kind of chase him back down. Unfortunate for Brownsville, the first baseman was playing way up in front. I think he would have got him out on that one.
That's always a risky throw there, but interesting to see that he hit the first baseman right in the glove.
2-1's a count, 2 outs here. Runner at first base for Youngstown here in the bottom half of the second inning. Gets his call. There's the pitch. Hard hit ball over to the second baseman. Able to pick it up. Throw it over to first. No damage done by either team here in the second inning. So we go to the top of the third inning. Score still stands 3-1. Brownsville on top.
So there you have it. Astros leave one aboard and Jason Treveri, and they still trail going into the top of the third. 3-1. DJ Yokley with you here live from HQ in East Palestine, Ohio. Yes, we are covering the World Series, the Palomino World Series. Once again, the best 18Us in the entire world going head-to-head for a world title. And our boys from Youngstown, very much a part of that, playing the Brownsville Broncos in the semifinals. So far, it has been easy pickings for Coach Pletcher and the boys, and we hope to see some offense here. Obviously, the closer you get to these finals, they're saying that it's, I think they said Puerto Rico in Youngstown are the heavy favorites to make it to the finals. So we'll have to see how that progresses. This is the first of 2 semifinals going on right now. The Stros, Youngstown, Team Youngstown, the Class B All-Stars, whatever you want to call them. They're down 3-1 currently going into the top of the third inning. Want to once again say thank you to our friends over at the Pony League for allowing us to do this and kind of simulcast the Palomino World Series. They know our guys are heavy into it. They know that have a great contract and great relationship, not only with Little League, all the way up through Pony, but also we are the official home of Class B baseball. So I want to thank them for allowing us to simulcast this and give you kind of the fans of Youngstown the opportunity to tune in when I'll just say it, that the coverage has been light, so we're happy to continue to cover the Class B all the way till the end. Here we go. Top of the third, 3-1 in favor of Brownsville. We'll be back at the end of the third inning.
I guess not.
Home plate umpire says it didn't hit him, bringing him back.
Salvador Lopez thought he got hit with that pitch. I guess the umpire had a different advantage there.
Here we go. 1-0, no outs here, top half of the third inning for Brownsville. Big pop fly. Shortstop getting underneath it, no problem at all. 1 out. So next up for Brownsville is number 13, Jose Guertieres. Jose is the one that started that rally in that first inning, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so.
Had a nice drive out to left field,
It was
right?
a 2-out rally, and they scored 3 in that top of the first, and no runs since then.
There we go. There comes the pitch from Roth. High for ball number 1 on Jose. So if you notice there's something a little different today from yesterday, if you're at call strike number 1, 1-1's a count.
Well, Gutierrez thought he was going to get a call of time there, and the umpire didn't allow him.
Didn't allow that time out there. Big cut. Fouls it off to the back of the net. 1-2's a count. So we closed the windows here at the booth because there was a lot of wind and we were getting a lot of static on our feedback on our mics. So we got the air conditioning pumped up here now, and we got higher chairs.
Yeah, I don't know if you can notice when we go into break, we're a little bit taller now, just so we can have a better vantage point. Because usually with the windows open, it gives us a little bit more visual visibility there. But
here we go. 2-2, 1 out. Top half of the second inning. Ross settling down, just on a couple of inside pitches there. Push the batters back. Big swing and a miss for a strikeout. So next up for Brownsville is number 3, Joshua Benitez. Benitez was part of that scoring in the first inning. So we got 2 outs here, top half of the 3rd inning. Nobody on the base path for Brownsville. So far, we had 2 up and 2 down so far.
Same thing last inning, but let's see what happens with 2 outs. I wouldn't put it past Brownsville Broncos to get something going here.
It seems to be the norm on all the games here. It's that 2-out rally. So we got 1-1 now on Benitez.
Lupita Larrañaga, soy tía de Ángel Larrañaga.
Muchas gracias, tía. Bienvenidos al juego aquí con nosotros, aquí en Unitrade Stadium. Vivo aquí en YouTube.
YouTube vivo, en vivo.
En vivo, en vivo.
Somos en vivo aquí en YouTube.
High fly ball, first baseman. Second baseman tracking it down.
Oh, he caught it.
Catch.
Wow, he came all the way from maybe 20 yards, sliding to catch that one.
Yeah, the first baseman was backing up on that one, and the second.
En vivo.
En vivo, en vivo.
Somos en vivo aquí en YouTube.
High fly ball, first baseman. Second baseman tracking it down.
Oh, he caught it.
Catch.
Wow, he came all the way from maybe 20 yards, sliding to catch that one.
Yep.
Oh, for that one.
Beautiful, beautiful out. So here we go. Getting ready to start the bottom half of the 3rd inning, and Art has put on some classic YMCA music. Let's see if we can get the fans up doing the YMCA. Nope, nobody's moving.
I think they're all in the shadows here, avoiding the sun.
It is a little hot today. It's about 100 degrees. Feels like 109 here right now here in Laredo. Yep.
We're at 101 now.
101 now.
On the thermometer, according to the
National Weather Service.
the Weather Channel website.
Let's see. Do we have any other comments down here that we can respond to before we get back to action? Wow.
We're at 130 live viewers on the old YouTube. After following up with Lupita Larrañaga, we have Tommy Lowe, Let's Go Joe, and Youngstown. Teresa McCartney, nice job, and Valerie Sadler with a great play. Looks like they have the bells and the streamers with the
little heart emoji there.
heart emoji with the
yeah, I just saw the emoji movie yesterday, so.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, it's a real thing.
I didn't even know that was a real thing.
Yeah.
I gotta check that out.
You gotta watch the emoji movie.
Yeah,
It's a good movie.
I'm not too keen on these new trends that are going on.
I have an 8-year-old daughter, so
I see.
So we have to watch.
You know, I was scrolling on Facebook and I saw a sponsored ad for the Paw Patrol movie.
No, we're not going.
Apparently, there's a live-action Paw Patrol movie. So I was thinking of my nephew. I have a nephew that's 7 years old, and he's still into that. So that's why I noticed that. But
Get the old Paw Patrol.
yeah, it's a live-action movie. No, it's animated. It's not live action. It's animated.
So here we go. Leading off is number 1. I believe that is Chase. Darn it.
Double click.
I have to double click this. I forget this. There we go. Oh,
Number 1.
Jimmy Sadler. I'm sorry, I said Chase. It's Jimmy Sadler leading off for Youngstown here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Youngstown still down 3-1 here, going into the bottom half of the inning.
We're back at the top of the lineup for the Youngstown Astros. Let's see what they do here.
Low and in the dirt for ball number 1. You know, after that first inning, this has become a pitcher's duel.
It sure has.
Now they brought in Roth for Youngstown, and he's controlled the game so far. Yeah, after that first inning. 2-0 is the count on Jimmy. Nobody on, nobody out here. Bottom half of the 3rd inning. Big hard hit ball flies foul down the left field side. All right, here we go. 2-1. Pitcher gets the call in. There's the windup and the pitch. Just a little bit out of the strike zone. 3-1 now on Jimmy. Pitcher gets that call. There goes the pitch. Big swing and fouls it to the back of the net there. Full count now on Jimmy. Nobody out. That one clocked in at 81 miles an hour. You know, We're in the third inning already of a 7-inning game, and he's still throwing 80 miles an hour.
He's been pretty consistent with his speed there.
There's the pitch. Another foul ball. So we're at 6 pitches already on this first at bat here in the bottom half of the third inning.
Sadler's battling here in the batter's box. Every pitch counts, though, so let's see how many this young man has in store for us.
All right, there's the windup and the pitch.
Oh!
Swing and a miss for a strikeout. So Ankel is on the mound for Brownsville.
Oh, that's right.
The Tia just said there, let's go Ankel.
Yeah.
All right, so next up now for Youngstown is number 3, Ty Kamer. Blue had to take a pause for the calls there, get some water. It is hot out here, and I'm sure it's even hotter down on that turf on the field. There's the windup and the pitch. Just out of the strike zone high, 1-0 is the count. 1 out here in the bottom half of the third inning for Youngstown. Just outside, 2-0. You know, one thing about this Youngstown team, we said it before, you know, they play smart batting. You know, they really make the pitcher work. 3-0 is the count. Nobody on, 1 out here, bottom half of the third inning for Youngstown, trailing 3-1. That's an easy walk on 4 pitches. Next up for Youngstown is number 10, Gavin Miller. Now Gavin's got a runner at first base right now with 1 out. Looks like Brownsville setting up for a possible double play ball. Checks that run over at first base. Checks him again. There's the windup and the pitch. Low in the dirt. Catcher was able to handle that one before it squirted off to the backstop there. Great catching today by both teams. Great catching. All right, so pitcher's calming down. Checks that run over at first base. Gets a call in from the catcher. There's the windup and the pitch. Just missing the strike zone once again. 2-0 is the count. 1 out here. Bottom half of the third inning with a runner on first base for Youngstown. Pitcher walking around the mound. Calls for a timeout. Catcher's coming up to talk to him, kind of settle him down just a little bit. You know, gotta relax. Gotta relax. You know,
looks like he's trying to tuck in his shirt here, readjust himself. I think maybe that might have been an issue.
He was talking to his catcher, maybe telling him a joke, you know, to calm him down. That's what we would do back in the day, right? Oh, I'm sorry, you took it seriously.
Oh, yeah. Always.
Here we go. Back to action now with number 10, Gavin Miller at the plate. Runner at first base, 1 out. 2-0 is the count. There you go. Strike number 1. 2-1 on Gavin. I think that's what he needed, just to tuck in that shirt a little bit and calm down just a little bit.
Just to adjust himself there, yeah. Now let's see what he does with his pitch. Ooh.
Called that one a strike. 2-2. 2-2, and that catcher threw that ball down back to first base because that runner was, Ty was taking a nice lead, and so they're going to keep him on and throw it back there. And
it was right on the money. Yeah, it was right on the money.
So 2-2, 1 out, runner on first base for Gavin. There's the pitch. Hard hit ball over the third baseman, misses the ball, gets all the way out to left field. Ty coming into third base, safe at third. Gavin with a double.
Third baseman's not happy with himself with that play.
Now that ball was real tight next to the third baseline. He kind of, as an old ball coach of mine used to call it the Olay. And it got right underneath his glove and just dribbled all the way to left field, helping Ty come all the way to third base. Gavin now at second base after that stand-up double. Now we got number 16, Tim Quinn, up to bat now for Youngstown.
Are you sure you just weren't watching the Major League movie? Because I think that's where you got that popular phrase from.
No, negative. That was actually an old baseball coach of mine in Houston.
Then he'll
doing the Olay.
Then I think Universal owes your coach some money there, because I think they stole it from him then.
Possibly, unless he was the one that wrote it in. I'm not sure. He was kind of weird that way. So 0-1's a count on Tim after that first called strike. Runners at second and third base, 1 out. Swings and fouls that one into the net behind us. 0-2's a count, 1 out now. So Youngstown's got runners in scoring position. Tim needs to come in here, put that ball in play, and bring those runs in so they can tie this game up. I think that's what he's trying to do, but that last swing, took that ball to the back of the net there, just underneath it. So back to action. Tim steps out of the box one more time. So here we go, back to action now. Runners at second and third. Pitcher gets that call in from the catcher. There's the windup and the pitch. Just low. 1-2's a count now on Mr. Tim Quinn. Pitcher's getting that call from the catcher. Settling down just a little bit. Here goes the windup and the pitch. Low and in the dirt.
Catcher was quick on his feet there, able to scoop it up. It was in the dirt, but kept it in front of him.
That's how they scored their first run. Was on a
pass
wild
ball.
pitch, a pass ball.
Pass
there.
ball. Potato, potato.
Potato, potato. Tomato, tomato. Here we go. 2-2, 1 out. 2 men on for Youngstown here, the bottom half of the third inning. Trailing 3-1. Just high, full count now on Tim Quinn. He is battling the pitcher on this at bat right here, making him work for everything he's got out there.
Let's see what Larrañaga throws with his full count now.
So the fans out there from Brownsville are yelling, "Let's go defense! Let's go Brownsville!" Ooh. Nice hard hit ball to left center. Center fielder's tracking it down.
Looks like third baseman's tagging up.
Third baseman tags up. Here comes the play. Cuts it off at third base. 1 run scores.
Two outs now in the bottom of the third.
So next up for Youngstown is number 12, Jade Galat. Gage Galat, I'm sorry. But Youngstown did score a run on that sac fly right there. Now the deficit is 1. So here we sit 3-2. Runner at second base, still in scoring position. Looks like they're making a defensive switch out there. Right fielder's moving to left field and left fielder's moving to right field.
Interesting little switch there on defense by the Brownsville Broncos.
All right, so here we go. Back to action. Gates at the plate for Youngstown. 2 outs. Bottom half of the third inning. Runner still in scoring position at second base. There's the pitch. Call it strike number 1 on that one. 0-1's a count on Gage. Pitcher's looking at the catcher, getting the call from the catcher. Checks that runner at second. There's the pitch. Big swing and fouls it off back to the net. 0-2's the count now on Gage. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the third inning. Youngstown did cut into the lead with 1 more run after that sac fly. Here we go. Back to action now. Gage in the box. Pitcher getting that call from the catcher. He's going to check that runner at second base. There's the pitch.
Pop up.
High, hard hit ball. Right. Looks like the first baseman, shortstop, coming over. And shortstop called everybody off on that one. He's all on the other side of the first base side of the pitcher's mound. And that's it. Third out of the inning.
initiative right there. Shortstop.
So our Astro Falcons get one back on the sacrifice fly from Timmy Quinn that scored Tyler Kammerer, and they leave one aboard here in the bottom of the third. They trail by one. It's 3-2. DJ Oakley with you here live from YSN HQ in East Palestine, Ohio, as we bring you and simulcast the broadcast of today's semifinal game between Brownsville and the Youngstown Astros. So far, it has been uncharacteristic of the Astros, who I think had 24 runs in a game on Friday. So you hope that they didn't put all their eggs in the one basket, and you hope that something breaks here. Because, I mean, they're getting base runners, so you feel like you're good, but they're just having a hard time getting the runners in at this point. Joe Roth on the mound, the Youngstown Astro, as well as the Austintown Fitch product, is going to be taking on, I would assume, and there you see him right there, for a good amount of time here that he enters his second inning. On the bump, and again, we want to thank our friends over at the Palomino World Series for allowing us to simulcast this here for the fans back home that can't get it, or it's easier to get it on YSN. So keep your comments coming. We'll keep putting them on the screen on our broadcast, and we will check in with you at the bottom of the fourth inning. Hopefully our Youngstown boys are up by that point. Till then, we'll send it back to Laredo, Texas for their coverage.
Streamers and the heart eyes.
All right, so here we go. Back to action now. We have number 8 for the Broncos. Hit by the pitch. It was right behind him. It tapped him on the top of the helmet there. So Ángel Solís with a free base on the first pitch there by Mr. Roth. So next up now for, sorry about that. Next up now for Brownsville is number 6, David Benitez, with Angel Solis there at first base after that hit by the pitch. Here we go, getting ready to get back to action. David stepping into the batter's box. Checks that runner at first base. There's the windup and the pitch.
Ooh,
bunts it over to third base.
Down.
Takes easy out over at first. 1 out.
Interesting move here by the Brownsville Broncos, advancing the second base, the runner from first to second with that bunt.
And that was a good hard bunt too. It wasn't.
It was one that they kept down and essentially the runner advanced easily to second base. It was definitely a sacrifice. I don't think the batter had any chance to beat it out, but the purpose was served.
That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to get that runner in scoring position now for number 14, Eduardo Guerrero for Brownsville.
Guerrero designated hitting for the Brownsville Broncos.
He's hitting for the pitcher, right, for Angel?
I believe so.
Hard hit ball, fouled over the right side.
That was hit real hard. Did you see a ricochet off that seat?
It ricocheted off the wall and the seats and the light poles, everything over there. It looked like a pinball machine. So here we go. 1 out here. Top half of the fourth inning. Runner in scoring position for Brownsville. Runner at second base for Eduardo Guerrero at the bat. Checks the runner at second. There's the pitch. Oh, stepped off the mound.
Just a quick check on the runner at second base with that step off. No throw though, but it was a good move. Had us fooled.
It was a very good move on that one. Here we go. Checks that runner at second. There's the windup and the pitch. Dribbles that ball over to first base. First baseman able to handle that. Out number 2 of the inning. But you know what? Advance that runner to third base.
Yep. 2 outs now with the runner on third. Let's see what
so we got Mario Salinas. Yes. Mario Salinas up to bat now for Brownsville with a runner at third base. third base now for Brownsville. 2 outs here, top half of the 4th inning. Trying to get another run in, because their deficit was cut down by 1 that last inning. So if they can pull another one here and take that back up to at least a 2-run deficit, for on Youngstown. So right now Brownsville is leading 3-2, top half of the 4th. Called strike number 1 on Mario. 0-1's the count, 2 outs, top half of the 4th inning. Runner at third base for Brownsville. Pitcher gets his call in, steps off the rubber just a little bit, or batter steps out of the box there.
Batter there called timeout just to readjust himself. Stepped out of the box and now he's back in. Let's see what happens now.
That was just low. 1-1's the count. Here we go. 1-1, 2 outs here. Top half of the 4th. High, 2-1. And we'd like to thank everybody for joining us here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon here at Unitrade Stadium for the 2021 Pony League World Series Championship. And thank you to all our viewers out there right now. We appreciate all you guys listening into the game. Low, 3-1's the count on Mario. Three and one, 2 outs, runner at third base. Top of the 4th inning for Brownsville. Brownsville threatening to score another run here in this inning to push that lead back up by 2. Nice pitch in there for strike number 2. Now we got a full count now on Mario. There goes the pitch.
Oh! Batter got hit by that one.
An inside pitch and hit the batter on that one also. First base ump is coming over to talk to the pitcher here and the catcher. Just making sure that that was a called pitch and it wasn't purposely done, maybe. Kind of trying to settle
Interesting.
them out.
Wonder what was discussed there between the umpire and the pitcher and the catcher. I'm pretty sure it was just a ball that got away from him. I don't see retaliation like that happening at this level.
So this is number 2. Is this Rivera, if I'm not mistaken? Yeah,
back at the top of the lineup here, number 2, Juan Rivera at the plate for the Brownsville Broncos.
0-1 after that foul ball. We got runners on the corner for Rivera. Great scoring opportunity here for Brownsville. Checks the runners. Here comes the pitch. Runner going from first base. Letting them take that one.
Called strike. 0-2 count now with 2 outs. Let's see what Rivera does here. Roth with the Rivera with the grounder for the final out of the inning. Rivera grounded out to get the final out there for the Youngstown Astros. Inning over, and now it's the Youngstown Astros turn on offense. Kenny had to step out of the booth really quick. He'll be back with us in a moment. But here in the gameplay, we're going to go ahead and check the YouTube live stream and see who's been commenting. We've got 126 live viewers here on the YouTube. Looks like we got a string of comments here from the fans. Gracie Marroquin, go Brownsville, go Jacob Marroquin. Angel Bernal, damn, inside again. Stephanie Barraza, let's go Broncos. Tommy Lowe, let's go White Town, get the outs. Adrian, one of the frequent commenters here, is big spot right here, let's go Brownsville. Guap, back in the action. How hard is he throwing? Depending on what pitcher you're talking about, Guap, I believe the Youngstown Astros pitcher was registering about 78, 79, 80 miles an hour, and the Larrañaga from the Brownsville Broncos was registering about 81, 80, hit 82 a couple pitches, but it's been averaging around 81, 82 miles an hour per pitch. Angel Bernal saying, yep, he been going inside all game. Another comment from Guap, how hard he clocked that. Just answered that question for you. Tito Delgado need a base knock here too. Guap with the third comment, how hard is Youngstown pitcher throwing? Well, like I said earlier, around 77, 78 miles an hour, Guap. Raf Gonzalez, saludos cordiales para Eduardo Guerrero. Valerie Sadler with the great play, guys, and a couple emojis. Adrian, y'all sending them caps? Actually, we are. I believe there's a apparel stand there by the entrance of the Unitrade Stadium. So if you're here close by, go out and check it out. If not, I believe you can go to our website at laredopony.org. Valerie Sadler, tons of speed out there. Michael Cefalde, let's go Astros, Jason Treveri, and Alec Tomzik. Interesting to read all these comments from you guys. It looks like we're about to get back into play. Jason Treveri up to bat with Larrañaga on the mound. Here comes a pitch. Called strike for Larrañaga. I don't know how true that is. The miles per hour registered at 99. I don't believe that registered correctly there. Kenny's back in the booth.
Sorry about that, guys. I had to take a little pause for the cause. Lunch is here.
Oh, lunch.
All right, so who do we get up to bat? Number 22?
Treveri.
Treveri's up to bat. 2-1's a count on Treveri. Here at the home half of the fourth inning. Again, we play 7 innings here in the Pony League World Series.
It looks like Larrañaga is going to adjust his belt here.
I don't know, maybe his belt broke?
Not too sure. It looks like he's just going to take it off and adjust it. It looks like he's going to pass it off to the first baseman, and the first baseman's going to leave it there for the dugout. No belt for Larrañaga.
I think it broke. That was that 99-mile-an-hour pitch.
Maybe. Well, maybe he'll be a little more comfortable. Looks like he's got his Thanksgiving pants on.
There you go, the stretchy pants.
The stretchy pants.
My favorite kind. All right, here we go. Back to action now with Treveri at the plate. Hard hit ball between the third and shortstop.
Left fielder gets that ground ball easily.
So here we go. Youngstown's got a runner on here at the bottom half of the fourth inning. Next up is number 13, Landon D. Berrien. Berrien. Landon D. Berrien. There goes the runner from second base, stealing. Runner from second base. Ball gets into the outfield. Running over to third base. Slides into third. Safe at third.
Second baseman couldn't get there in time. Ball gets right by him, and the center fielder has to cover, throwing it to third with the tag.
There goes the runner from second base, stealing. Runner from second base. Ball gets into the outfield. Running over to third base. Slides into third. Safe at third. He's here. The ball gets away and gets into center field. So Jason just took 2 bases on that one. All right, so we got 1-1 now on Landon.
That might be the crucial mistake that brings the Youngstown Astros back in this game. Only down 1 run. Let's see what they do here.
At strike number 2 on Landon. 1-2's a count. No outs here. Runner at third base after that stolen base and errant throw, bringing Jason all the way over to third base. Angel gets that call in from the catcher. Here comes the pitch. Just missed the strike zone on that one. I think Angel really wanted that one, so he kind of walked off the mound a little upset about that one. He thought he had that one. But here we go, 2-2. Nobody out. Runner at third base now for Youngstown as they're settling down their young pitcher there for Brownsville. Let them know, hey, we got your back, buddy. We got your back. Don't worry about it.
He's
Just put the ball in
definitely
there.
visually upset there. Let's see how he bounces back from that call. 2-2 with no outs and run around third.
There's the windup and the pitch. Nice hard hit ball to center field. Center fielder tracking it down. Close to the warning track. Here comes the runner tagging in from third base. We got a new ball game, ladies and gentlemen, all tied up. So Jason's stolen base, the errant throw to bring him over to third base, now just gave him a free run.
With that sacrifice fly ball, yes, it seems like the game's all tied up here. I guess Laranjaga was a little razzled there with that last call. That was a ball instead of a strike.
So here we go, number 9, Joe Manacedas up to bat now for Youngstown.
I believe it's Minnesota's.
0-2's account after that big swing and a miss. Here we go, gets a call in. There's the pitch. In the dirt. 1-2's account, 1 out. Score tied here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Youngstown and Brownsville tied up at 3. There's the pitch. Just a little high. 2-2's account. Joe's getting back in the batter's box. Pitcher's adjusting his shirt once again. Yeah, he had to take that belt off. I think his belt broke. So he's, like you said, he's got the stretchy pants on, the Thanksgiving pants.
Interested to know exactly what happens. You know, we don't get all the. We're just assuming here, but I'm
Called strike number 3. Joe sat there and looked at it.
definitely curious to know what exactly happened to his belt.
So next up now for Youngstown is Connor Carney with 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. And there's the windup and the pitch. High for ball number 1 on Connor. 1 of those account. That one clocked in at 75 miles an hour. So far I've seen him throw a off-speed pitch or a changeup that was dropped down to 65 miles an hour, but he's thrown as hard as 81. Fouls that one off for 1-1. There's that off-speed pitch right there. That came in at 63.
It had some movement on it.
Yeah, that batter was just a little bit in front of that one. That fouled that one off. So 1-1's account now on Connor. There's the windup and the pitch. Hard hit ball right back up the middle. Center fielder able to track that one down. Now we're back to the top of the lineup now. Jimmy Sattler back up to the plate now for Y-Town, for Youngtown, with a runner at first base, 2 outs here, bottom half of the 4th inning. There's the pitch. Just inside for ball number 1. Now let's see if Carney takes a big lead off of first base and decides to steal.
He looks like he's taking a relatively conservative lead right now. Now he gets a little extra as the pitcher winds up.
That was just low. 2-0's account on Jimmy. Pitcher looking in, checks that runner over at first base. Gets the call from the catcher. There's the windup and the pitch. There's that strike number 1. 2-1's the count. That one clocked in at 68. Took a little bit off of that one. As we're getting deeper and deeper into this game, he's still able to maintain that 70, high 70s. There goes the runner over to second base.
Call him out.
And he
slid off the bag.
Yeah, he fell off the bat. Yeah. Beautiful. The play was beautiful.
Yes.
The play was beautiful. He slid in nicely. The ball was there on time. And deeper into this game, he's still able to maintain that 70, high 70s. There goes the runner over to second base.
Call him out.
Yeah, he slid
off the bag.
Yeah, he fell off the bat. Yeah. Beautiful.
Well, there's not a whole lot you can do about that, unfortunately. But the Youngstown Astros get the tying run on a sacrifice fly. Jason Treveri scores, and we got ourselves a new ball game here in Laredo, Texas. DJ Yokley with you, along with our friends down in Laredo. What a game it's been so far. This is for a chance to go to the finals. Now, if you haven't been keeping track, we'll give you an updated kind of standings of where things are right now in the Palomino World Series. Let me get pull this back up here. Stand by. Youngstown and Puerto Rico, the only two teams that are undefeated in this right now. I can tell you that. We'll have more. I'll pull it up for the screen for the bottom of the fifth inning update. Youngstown beating Aroma Park 24-4. That was on Friday. That was their 5 o'clock game, their 11 o'clock game that opened up their series. They beat this Brownsville, Texas team 4-3. So if you were expecting a blowout, you're looking for the wrong game. So we got a 3-3 tie right now. The game that these two teams played Friday at 11 ended up a 4-3 Youngstown victory. So we will have to look and see. Joe Roth still out on the bump throwing BBs for the Astros. And interestingly enough, I was talking to his dad during the action, kind of texting back and forth. Joe hasn't thrown since, I think he said June 19th. Let me double check that. Yeah, June 19th. Joe hasn't thrown since June 19th. So take that into consideration. It's been over a month since JR took the bump. He's been doing all kinds of catching, obviously, for the Astros and here and there and everywhere. So keep that in mind when you see him throwing the ball in this 109-degree heat in Laredo, Texas. First pitch is going to be flown out to the outfield and one away, one in the back pocket for the Astros already. What's interesting, we always take some heat at YSN for being homers, right? So it's funny to hear other people be homers and us, me, I'm the only one in the studio right now, get offended a little bit, just sitting there like, well, these guys are really leaning towards this Texas team, but they're in Texas. That's the home team, basically. So it's just funny how this works. Trickle down to third base, up and over, bang, bang, play, got him. How about that? The Timmy Quinn showing the stretch. What a beauty. And look at that smirk. He says, I got you. I got you. Don't worry about it. They're going to show the replay here. Look at this. Grounder down to the third base side. Beautifully coming around on it. And Timmy going banana split over at first base. Making a big play. That's what I'm talking about. 2 down for Joe Roth in the early going in the fifth inning. Might just keep it here. So far, so good. This one flown out of play. I can do this. I can do this from here. This isn't difficult. This is fun, actually. I'm at the mercy. I'm just seeing what you're seeing, so that's the only issue. But I gotta give credit, man. Their camera work is phenomenal. I wish we had all the cameras that they do. I have to talk to Scott Rourke about putting some extra cameras into Scene Park and making it more like this experience. So the umpire is going to give some time to the catcher, which is always good. Personal protector. I don't have the lineups. That's the only challenging thing. I'm looking on Game Changer right now, and they don't even have the play-by-play going. There's Joe Roth again. June 19th, again, the last time Joe has been on the bump. So over a month, he's been waiting in the wings, doing a lot of catching. This young man is being recruited from so many different avenues, and both pitcher and as a catcher. This one popped up center field, all on over to the left field side. Oh, sun getting in the way. But the play is made by Tyler Kammerer. No, who was that? Two. That was Tomczyk, I think, if that's two. So he able to get the fly ball, and the Broncos retired in order 1-2-3 via Joe Roth. Hopefully the boys can put some offense together. Brownsville has been that's two, so that is Alex Tomczyk. So nice play by Tomczyk, good recovery. But now it's time to get the sticks going. We're here in the bottom of the fifth, and it is go time. It is go time for the Astros, and this is the furthest any Youngstown team has ever been in this tournament. So kudos to Coach Pletcher. He and his squad making it their fourth consecutive trip to Laredo. That is, I believe, a record as well. And I think they're trying to make this one count, because at the end of the day, it's one thing to go and it's another to bring home a world title back to the great city of Youngstown and back to the people of Northeast Ohio and Western Pennsylvania. We have a true all-star team here for the Youngstown Astros, and I love it. I think it's fantastic. I think that's something they should do every year, is just take the best of the best. No matter what team they play for in the Class B, just take them. What a grab, Timmy. Yeah, exactly. That was awesome. Awesome grab. Now, I know he's talking about the Tim Quinn split over at first base. So let's see what we got going here. I'm going to go full screen for you. I'm going to get off the screen. I don't need to be on it. See these boys take a lead. So leading off is going to be Jimmy Sadler. Sadler, a great top of the lineup hitter. One of those guys you want, and Coach Pletcher will tell you, will set the table for the entire inning every time he steps to the dish. But he can also hurt you because he can go gap to gap. Waits here for the first pitch. That one taken for strike one in the outside corner. Super jealous of these cameras. I'm not going to lie to you. This one. Cut on and miss. So Sadler falls behind 0-2. As he steps back in, trying to just choke and poke here. He'll ground this one to the right side, fielded easily, and the bag is tagged for out number one. Sadler retired here in the bottom of the fifth, one away. Youngstown Astros were down 3-0 to start this game and have really utilized some productive outs to get themselves back to this point. You saw the game against, I think it was Illinois, the last game they were in, 24-4 victors. I mean, they were just hitting everything. Everything. Everything was in the gap. Everything was falling. Almost too much offense. Mrs. Leslie's watching. Appreciate you as always. Kammerer grounds the shortstop up and over. And safe! He pulled his foot! He pulled his foot because he needed to chest up on that baseball because it was a one-hopper to the first baseman. And Ty Kammerer is on board. And if you know anything about Kammerer, you know that is a 5-tool player. And Youngstown has life here in the bottom of the fifth with a man on first. The Brownsville Broncos have been trying to keep this lead by any means necessary, and now they're in a little bit of trouble with Kammerer at first, one away on what I'm assuming they'll mark it as an error on the shortstop. Here's Gavin Miller. Miller takes the first pitch as a strike. Catcher sets up on the outside. Here's another one. Miller drives this one. It's in the gap. That's going to be a tough play for the center fielder. It is over his head. Bounces off the top of the wall. Camera around second into third. He's going to go home. No. Puts the brakes on. Woo! Ty Kammerer was thinking first to home the entire way. And the third base coach puts the stop sign up. But what a drive by Gavin Miller, and puts the Astros in the driver's seat. And time is called from the first base dugout, and they're going to talk things over because momentum is shifting squarely back to the boys from Northeast Ohio. That is a huge hit by Gavin Miller, and people recognizing it on Twitter, on Facebook. And now opportunity knocks for the Youngstown Astros, the Class B All-Stars, trying to get Joe Roth a big win and send them into the championship game tomorrow night. And they are gonna. It looks like they are gonna put Tim Quinn aboard, and they will. So a free pass to TQ. They don't want anything to do with him. More likely, I think they just wanted the opportunity for a double play. So Brownsville is going to roll the dice as they go against Jade Galat, or Galat, rather. Galat with that slightly open stance, the inside. That one is going to cut the corner for strike one. So Galat is going to have to make sure there's something above the knees here to drive. They're going to keep the ball low, trying to get that double play. And Gage hacks at that one and finds himself behind 0-2. Galat rips it. Left field. This is going to be trouble. Left fielder trying to get to the corner. Is it gone? It is! A 3-run home run by Jade Galat gives Youngstown the lead. Boom! And he is amped up as he should be. They intentionally walk Tim Quinn, and Gage sets the record straight with a grand slam. I stand corrected. It's a grand slam. Youngstown 7, Brownsville 3 on the Jade Galat grand slam. Wow. Things changed quick, fast, and in a hurry. And now Youngstown all aboard the Championship Express. Sorry, Denise. It's a little more challenging when I can't see everything on the field. Yes, it was a grand slam, a big boomer for Galat. And yeah, 4-run dinger. That one is going to be talked about for a long time. New pitcher in the game for Brownsville. And I think things just got a little bit more depressing in Laredo. Now it's 110 degrees, and it got a little bit hotter for the team from Brownsville. You gotta figure. When a grand slam goes off, at one time it was 3-0 Brownsville, and Youngstown has put 7 straight on the board, hanging a freaking 7-burger, a touchdown in the extra point, and the boys are rolling. That was a laser shot. You're exactly right, Matt. That was an absolute laser. Thanks, Denise. We appreciate it, as always. It is challenging. It's fun. I'll give you this. I'm sitting here with, with a water. Probably could be sitting here with something else. But being able to chill and watch the game, but courtesy to the Palomino World Series and the people at Pony for allowing us to simulcast this. This is fun. Cannonball. That's right, buddy. Cannonball coming. So the Astros will be tasked with one away to try to restart the inning. Jason Treveri will be the one that will start things up. Treveri scored on a sacrifice fly earlier in the ballgame. And the Boardman product will try to help his team get to that championship game tomorrow night. Semifinal to see who they would be playing is yet to come. We'll keep our eyes on that. You'll be able to get all your updates on ysnlive.com after this game. And while we have a second, I want to make sure I send a special shout out to our photographer on the road in Laredo, Anna Marie Roth. Watching her favorite player. This one grounded out to Treveri, from Treveri to first base. But look at Jay racing down to first base and made it a bang-bang play. So 2 out now for Pletcher's Youngstown Astros and the Class B All-Stars. So Landon DeBerridin will stand in. First pitch misses away, ball 1. Thank you, Mrs. Leslie. I appreciate you. This one going to be dribbled in no man's land. Nobody's covering, and that is going to be a base knock. Communication not there for Brownsville, and a free runner for Youngstown. Landon racing down to first the entire way. That was in that Bermuda Triangle between the pitcher, the second baseman, and the first baseman, and nobody took charge on it. So the Astros, in a big spot here, now have a runner on first, 2 down. Minnesotis is up. Joe stands in. 1-0 count. That pitch inside. And it should be 2-0. I didn't see the umpire waiting on the adjustment of the scoreboard here. We're kind of at their mercy, so I do apologize. It is 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch inside, and it got him. So an inning that should be over for Brownsville. There's a couple of Grit City boys on the base paths for Youngstown. And I think this is Tomsic. I haven't seen the number yet. The pitch. First one in there for a strike. So if Tomsic puts one in the gap, this could get out of hand quickly. Playing a 7-inning game. That one misses outside. Is there 1 out or 2? There's 2 outs. There are 2 outs. BMAC. Again, I'm not obviously in Laredo. We're trying to do this the old-fashioned way. This one ripped and got a little bit too much height on it, and the play is made. Camera got lost on it. But the damage has been done. Gage with a granny And Youngstown with a 7-3 lead. And now it's time to play that Youngstown defense and get gritty and make it pretty all the way to the World Championship. I'm going to step aside for a little bit, let these guys take over and talk. Be back after this on YSN.
You don't get them wrong, and he doesn't get them wrong there in the PA system.
Well, Megan, I appreciate you. I try my best. Yeah, sometimes I don't even know how to pronounce my own name, so I do try my best. But here we go. Getting ready to start the top half of the sixth inning for Brownsville. They're in a hole now. You know, we had a brand new ball game at 3-3. They loaded up the bases with that walk, that free base to Tim Quinn, and then Cage comes in, makes them pay for it with a grand slam home run over the left field fence, just clearing the fence. Beautiful, beautiful shot. You know, Whitetown has all the momentum on their side right now.
In the back of my mind, when they made that call to do that walk, I thought to myself, are they going to regret this? I didn't want to say it out loud because we're very superstitious here in the booth. And, you know, if you see a perfect game going, you don't want to talk about it. You don't do anything of that sort. So I had that in the back of my mind. Sure enough,
it happened.
That shot to left field, we had to, you know, we had to stretch out to see where it was going to make sure we had the right vantage point to call the right call. I thought it was going to go...
It didn't look like it was going to clear the fence, but it just cleared the top of the fence there and got over it.
Yeah. I was wondering what that call was here from the booth. They came over here and gave us like a...
I think I need to put the mic closer to my...
Something
I'm
like
not
that.
loud enough, apparently. I guess I got to be a little bit louder, but I'm trying to save my voice. We got 3 games today. This is the first of 3.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to save my voice just a little bit. But it's all right. I'm going to leave it all out on the field just like these kids are.
We got one more day to come out here to Monday. We got the championship game and the third place game. So going back to what I was saying, didn't want to jinx it, but he hit it over the left field. And I thought it was going to go foul, but sure enough, stayed in bounds.
So here we go. Back to action now. Number 3, Joshua Benitez up to bat now for Brownsville. Called strike number 1 on Joshua. There's the windup and the pitch. Fouls that one off to the back of the fence there. 0-2 is the count. You know, that one clocked in at 77 miles an hour on that one. So here we go. Wind up and the pitch to Benitez. That one was just high. 1-2 is the count. One and 2's a count. Sorry about that. Had to drink a little bit of water to clear my throat. There's the windup and the pitch.
Oh!
Fouls that one off. Hit the end of the bat.
Looks like there's some confusion here with the batter. He assumed he got hit in the hand, but the umpire is saying that it wasn't.
It hit the end of the bat. I think it hit the end of the bat first and ricocheted onto his hand.
I don't know about that call. I mean, I want to say it hit him right in the hand. You can't.
I think the way the ball flew back though.
Yeah.
I think that's what he was. You know, that's what he saw.
Yeah.
You know, again, we're way up here in the booth. We're gonna have to take his word for it. But
it's one thing to hit the end of the bat. You hear a distinctive ding.
Ding.
This time that ding was absent. Yeah, that ding was absent. I want to say that it may have hit him square in the hand.
Well, the official saw otherwise. But we're gonna
Sure did.
Here we go. Back to action now. 1-2, no outs here. Top half of the 6th inning in a 7-inning game. Hard hit ball back up to the second baseman. Second baseman picks it up, floats it over to first for out number 1 here at the top half of the 6th. So next up now for Brownsville is number 8, Angel Solis. Doing his traditional cross down there at the bottom on the dirt. Stepping into the batter's box as Roth gets ready. Here comes the pitch. Chopper over to the third baseman. Handles it cleanly over to first base.
heads up play by the first baseman.
Yeah, kind of stepping into the batter's box as Ross gets ready. Here comes the pitch. Chopper over to the third baseman, handles it cleanly over to first base.
You're gonna get.
So number 6 pops it up. First baseman tracking it down. Catcher tracks it down.
Got it.
1, 2, 3 inning for Brownsville. Youngstown is coming back up to bat once again.
Just like that, no run score in the top of the 6th. We got a inning and a half left in this game. Let's see what Youngstown does. Let's see if they can pad their lead or if they're gonna, if the Brownsville Broncos are gonna be able to put them down without any damage.
Well, if Brownsville holds them here, they come back in the top half of the 7th inning and they have 3 outs to get 4 runs
Yep.
to tie it up. It's not hard. Yeah, I've seen this team do it before. You know, Brownsville's a very powerful team. They can do it. But they have to control Youngstown in this inning. If they can control them here in the bottom half of this inning, I think they'll be okay coming into the 6th.
4 runs is not
Coming into the 7th.
not a very large deficit. You're absolutely correct, Kenny.
No, we saw that yesterday with that grand slam yesterday. They were down by 4.
We just saw it today
Yeah,
with
yeah.
that grand slam right now. Game was all tied up and they went 4 runs up. So one swing of the bat, they can break that deficit down to 0.
Yeah.
Definitely. So let's see what happens here in this last inning and a half of play. It's all up to Brownsville right now. Let's see if they can make this happen for themselves.
And
So-
they have to come out here and just play some good defense and control the game. We got a little bit of Bon Jovi playing out there. You give love a bad name.
Looks like we're checking out the crowd here in the stadium cam.
We got a nice little crowd here. Majority of these parents are from Brownsville. I got to meet with some of them earlier today as I was walking in, talking to the coach and everybody. And talking to the Brownsville team, we joked around about yesterday and all the fans from Brownsville. Love my raza from Brownsville from the 956. And we joked about everything that happened, and we were reading the comments. The coach, Cesar, was telling me that they enjoyed listening to us, and the fans are enjoying listening to us. And a gentleman that's standing right there, I don't remember his name. He's standing right there next to the dugout drinking
I see him.
Gatorade
Yeah,
right
I
now
see him with
white
the
shirt.
towel over his
towel on
head.
his head 'cause it's 109.
Keeping cool.
He's like, man, you guys, I hope ESPN hears you guys and hires you guys. From your mouth to their ears, right? Bristol, Connecticut, we're ready to go.
It seems like the common thoughts here, and same thing in the YouTube comment stream. We're getting compliments here for our commentating skills, and me and Kenny really appreciate the kind words. Really humbling, to be honest. But it looks like we're back in gameplay.
So we got number 1, Jimmy Sattler, back up to bat now for Y-Town here at the home half of the 6th inning. 2-0 is the count on Jimmy. So we do have some Go Brownsville. The Brownsville faithful are still there cheering on their team. We have 134 live views right now on our YouTube stream. That's 3-0 now on Jimmy. Being very patient.
Back at the top of the lineup with Jimmy Sadler at the plate. Looking at the comment stream, we had one in particular that I want to throw out there was Kelly Galat complimenting her son, my boy, after he hit that grand slam to open up this bottom of the 4th inning with 4 runs.
Great hit, great at-bat. So here we go, 3-0. Free base. See, and that's one thing they don't want to do.
Allowing the opposing team the free base with the ball 4 here. Brownsville Broncos, no outs, man on first. Let's see what happens.
Ties up, yeah.
It's all up to them.
Yeah, ties up now for Y-Town. There's that first called strike right there on tie. Yeah, that's one thing Brownsville didn't want to do is give them those base runners, because once they get on base, Y-Town is they're gonna start flying. They're gonna play their aggressive ball and do their thing.
It's all about getting on base to create those scoring opportunities.
Here we go. Coach talked to Ty just a little bit, letting them know what's going on and settle down and let's do our thing. Here we go. Back to action now. Gets the call from the catcher. Checks that runner at first. Here comes the pitch.
Squares up the bunt but pops it up. Hits the backstop.
I think that's what Coach was telling him. We're going to come in here and we're going to play a little small ball and let's advance Jimmy over.
Up 4 runs, not a bad decision here by the coach. Let's see if he gives him the same call.
Coach knows that Brownsville has power.
Yeah.
We need to score runs because they got power, and we don't want to let them back into this game. So they're pushing that to score some more runs on them before Brownsville comes back up to bat. High for ball 1, 1-2's the count. No outs here. Bottom half of the 6th inning of a 7-inning game. Runner at first base for Whitetown. Catcher cleans off home plate just a little bit. Calls that signal into the pitcher. He's agreeing on it. Here comes the pitch. High, 2-2. Oh, they called a balk on that one.
Interesting call.
They called a balk and gave Jimmy a free pass over to second base.
I think he had a double take there that the umpire behind the pitcher's mound decided to call a balk on.
There's the pitch. High fly ball. Looks like the first baseman gets underneath it. Out number 1 of the inning. Guertieres caught that one there. Tracked that one all the way in. So we got Gavin Miller back up to the plate now for Whitetown with 1 out, runner in scoring position at second base here in the home half of the 6th inning. Let's see what Gavin can do. Gets that call in from the catcher, checks the runner at second. There's the pitch. Chasing that runner back to second base with that throw. Luckily, that shortstop saw that one and got over to that ball. That ball was kind of high, too.
That was a risky move there by the Brownsville Broncos catcher. But like you said, luckily the shortstop was in the right position to stretch out and keep it in play.
So Gavin did check swing on that one, so that's a strike 1 on him. That one came just inside. 1-1's count, 1 out, runner at second base now for Whitetown here at the home half of the 6th inning. Leading 7-3 in this ball game after that grand slam in the last home run. Looking to add more runs in this inning. Gets that call in from the catcher. There's the windup. And the pitch. High. 2-1's the count.
Looks like we got some quick comments coming in to the YouTube live stream. Lupita Laroniaga, ánimo al cuadro. Esto aún no se acaba, and she's got a bunch of emojis after that. And then Valerie Sadler says, let's get this run. We may need it.
Just high. 3-1's the count. Tia's right. Tia's right. I mean, they got to keep that ánimo. They got to keep the ánimo. They got to believe in themselves that they can do this. Mm-hmm. And Valerie is correct, too. Yeah, they've seen Brownsville. They know they can hit. Fouls that one back. 3-2's a count now with 1 out. Yeah, Val knows that this team can hit. Brownsville's a good team. They're not here, for free. They know what they're doing.
You made it to this level, you better be ready to dance at the dance.
And they can dance. They can dance. So they just need to calm down, relax, and get back into the game like Tia says over here. Ánimo, ánimo. Here we go. There's the pitch. Hard hit ball over to the
second baseman.
Able to knock it down over to first. In time!
What a play there by the second baseman. He dove to scoop that one up and gets it to the first baseman in time. 2 outs.
Get back into the game like Tia says over here. Ánimo, ánimo. Here we go. There's the pitch. Hard hit ball over to the
second baseman.
Able to knock it down over to first. In time!
What a play there by the second baseman. He dove to...
Beautiful snag by the second baseman to get that second out of the game. Just high for ball number 1.
Well, previously, Tim Quinn was intentionally walked opening the opportunity for Galat to have
Take the
that grand slam. Yes, sir.
Right. So here we go. Back up to the plate here. There's the windup and the pitch. Just high. So yeah, I think it was a good strategy because Tim can hit the ball. Yeah, they weren't that afraid of was it Cage coming up next?
Well, I don't think they were afraid of Quinn either. I think it was just that in theory they could have gotten the double play if they put the ball down on the ground. But I think that's what they were anticipating. That's what they were hoping for. But Galat had a different idea, and he made them pay for it.
So here we go. 3-0 now on Tim. 2 outs here. Runner at third base for Whitetown here at the bottom half of the sixth.
Ball gets by the catcher. Looks like the runner's going to advance
Looks
in third.
Coming in. Safe at home after that ball gets by the catcher.
Close play there. The runner did not slide, and the pitcher Guerrero was able to catch the ball. I don't know if he even got the tag on, but it was close.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang. I guess we're going to go with what the umpire says.
So here goes number 12, Gage Galat, so far the hero of the game for Whitetown after that grand slam in the last inning. He's got Quinn back at first base after that walk. 2 outs, bottom half of the sixth. 1-run scores here for Whitetown after that pass ball. Called strike number 1 on Mr. Galat. Oh, 2 outs here, bottom half of the sixth inning. There's the windup and the pitch. Hard hit ball, just a looper over into center field. Quinn takes a look at it, says, nope, I'm going to stay. But, man, that center fielder's got an arm.
Right to the second baseman and keeps the Quinn at second.
Yeah, he came off a little bit because he was rounding the corner. And
Quinn had to scurry back.
He had to scurry back on that one, yes. Yes, he had to scurry back because that center fielder has a great arm.
Almost caught him sleeping, but Tim was able to realize that the ball was coming right at him. So he went back to second base. We're about to get back in gameplay here.
Here we go, number 22 up to bat now for Whitetown. Hard hit ball to center field. Center fielder's tracking that one down. And that's it. They're out of the inning with no more damage on that one.
1 run scored, though, on the bottom of the sixth for the Youngstown Astros.
All right, there you have it. The Astros tack on an extra, a little insurance run in the bottom of the sixth. So now you got to trot out somebody. Is it going to be Joe Roth? Is it going to be a new pitcher? What is Coach Pletcher going to do? Is he going to turn to his pitching coach, the great Billy McCartney, to get some insight? Or are we going to pull the trigger, let Joey Roth shut her down? We're going to see. What is this?
Abel Guerrero. Now, Abel actually had an interview the day before with me. He's actually the South Zone director and the Pony League Palomino director.
So Galat is going to get his grand slam ball, and that's that kid is just chiseled out of stone. My guy can hit a baseball a long, long way, and he proved it there in one of the most clutch hits in Youngstown history, I would say, with a grand slam. Win a tie ball game, making it 7-3, and now the Astros tack on an extra one. It's 8-3. DJ Yoakley here in YSN World Headquarters, located in East Palestine, Ohio. Happy you're with us here as the Astros look to get 3 outs and cash and punch their ticket to the Palomino finals. So I love seeing, that is a very classy move, B-Mac. That is pretty awesome. I mean, that's probably one of the bigger moments in that young man's life. And he's going to have plenty more. You can believe that. Respect to them and respect to these two guys. These guys doing a fantastic job. You can tell they're rooting for Texas, and that's okay, right? That's where they're from. That's where they're based out of. Nobody necessarily wants to see the visitors walk in and punch their ticket to a championship. The Astros 3 outs away from playing in the finals tomorrow night with a team to be determined. The semifinal game coming up. First pitch swinging. This one driven to left field. Looks like a can of corn. Going back and making the grab is Galat. Does that surprise you at all? My guy has a huge hit And he's going to be part of the final outs here to take Don Pletcher's Youngstown Astros to the ship. There's a replay of it. There you see Galat going back, tracking. Now, being told it's 102 degrees, feels like 110, and high sky in Texas. Back to normal action. This one is going to be ripped right at the second baseman, and just like that, the horns are up for the Youngstown Astros. Joe Roth looking to get the team to the championship game. Roth will be a senior this year, so one of the younger guys on the team, but a multi-talented young man. And the Astros 1 out away from becoming the first ever team from Youngstown to play in the championship game at the Palomino World Series. Look at the cheese on that. Joe wanted a little extra something on it. A little cheese platter. The Gouda. Two-oh pitch. Popped up. In play? No. That one's going to find the seats. Everybody must be underneath, like, the shade. I got to think that's the way it is. Because it looks like there's nobody in that stadium. This one. Fastball delivered outside. That'll make it 3-1. Roth through the line, deals. And there's a strike on the outside corner. That didn't look too much different than the one before it, but y'all take it. 3-2 count. Comes JR Money. This one roped. Right at the center fielder. Did he make the grab? He did. Ball game. The Stros are going to the show, baby. Team Youngstown, the Class B All-Stars, punching their ticket. Here's the replay. You're going to pan up. Here comes Tomsic, and he makes the grab right on the logo. The Youngstown Astros are headed to the championship game, and we'll have you covered right here on ysnlive.com. Congratulations. There you see Billy Mack. There you see Pletch. The entire staff there. Unbelievable. Our boys are going to the ship, baby. They are going to the championship game. Again, thanks to these guys. I greatly appreciate what they do. And I'm sure they'll be around for another one. We'll have to keep our eye on what's going on in the Puerto Rico game after this one. But regardless, Youngstown going to be part of that championship game. So we will see what happens. Yes, let's go Astros. Youngstown representing in the world title game. So we will get you more information here on your sports network as it comes available. Check out, I'm going to write the story right now. Check out the story for what happened in that last game. On behalf of all of us at YSN, we thank you for tuning in, and make sure you keep yourself ready and prepared for a championship game for the Youngstown Astros tomorrow. And we'll give you an official time on that. I think it was set for 5 o'clock, but we'll keep you updated. But for now, that's going to do it for us. Hope you have a great Sunday, and we will see you very, very soon here on YSN. Good night, everybody.